Hi there, I'm Bill Garey. I would like to introduce you to a new tool called the ExtendAWrench. It's a patent-pending tool, and it's like no other tool on the market today. The ExtendAWrench is a unique ratchet head that snaps onto any extension and allows drive tools like electric, battery, or air guns to expedite the removal of nuts and bolts. Here's a demonstration. This is a see-through enclosure that represents the difficulty of reaching this nut or bolt deep within it. Oftentimes they build shroudings or components around nuts or bolts that make them very difficult to reach. This is the beauty of the ExtendAWrench. Take your ratchet head, plug in any extension, plug in your drive. You can go forward or backward. So, in this case, we slip it in, put it on, and remove the nut. Now, the nut has come off, and it's held in place by a magnet within the ExtendAWrench. The magnet comes in or out. You don't have to use it, but in the event you're putting something in or don't want to drop the nut or bolt, you simply put the magnet in. So to put it on, you would reverse the process. Put the nut in the ExtendAWrench, plug it back in, change direction, and apply it. There, the nut has been applied. Now, this is a working prototype. Within the casing are two moving parts. An actual size would be more like this. This is a 1/4 inch drive on a 1/2 inch ratchet. The magnet would pop on like so. This would allow you to take nuts and bolts on and off and leave a through area for the bolt to come. Then the magnet would pop out if you decided not to use it. Built into this particular one is a locking device. Flip that switch and it locks so that you could break the nut and then freely run it off the thread. That makes an additional moving part on the interior. If you were to eliminate that, it would be this size. That's as large as it would be for a 1/2 inch nut or bolt on a 1/4 inch drive. This is a 3/8 inch drive, and you could do 1/2 inch as well. Another beautiful feature of this is that you could add into it a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, or 3/8 drive that you could pop a socket onto, and now it would be used as a conventional wrench, which is a very nice feature. I wanted to demonstrate my new invention. It's called the Reach-It Ratchet, or the ExtendAWrench. The principle is simple. Two moving parts within a housing, taking the input horizontal drive and changing it to a vertical drive. The benefit of this, when putting an extension on this, allows you to reach into difficult places without removing shrouding and take off nuts and bolts or apply them. The actual size would look more like this. This is a plastic model, and the actual socket would be an inserted wheel of all the different sizes. As an example, this is a 17 millimeter, and with the spline socket type, it's also an 11/16. 11/16 and 17 millimeter would use the same spline socket. The idea of the interchangeable socket is very unique. Here's how it would work. Into this housing would be put a retention ring. The retention ring snaps in to a grooved inlet that would allow this retention ring, when relaxed, to hold this wheel in position. When pushing against this tab, then that would allow the wheel to fall out. So depending on your need, you would simply put in the wheel you needed. Now, the drive element of this would also have a retention ring in that groove, and there's a matching groove inside here, so that when this is put in position, snap, it would be final and remain there. Then, by taking the wheel you choose of the appropriate size and snapping it in place, you now have a fully functional wrench head that would allow you to reach in virtually everywhere and put on or remove nuts and bolts. It's a very simple solution to a very long-standing and complicated problem. Thank you for your time.